Ever wonder why mums often seem more stressed than dads? Let's delve into it. In the complex tapestry of family dynamics, it's not uncommon for mothers to bear the brunt of stress. Interestingly, a recent study has brought to light a rather unexpected source of this stress. Would you believe it if we said that for many mothers, it's not the children, but the husbands who are the primary cause of their stress? This study, which surveyed more than 7,000 American mothers, made a startling revelation. Almost half of the mothers, to be precise, 46%, reported that their husbands were a larger source of stress than their children. Yes, you heard that right. The stress of motherhood, it appears, might not be entirely about the kids. Now, you might be wondering, what could possibly cause such a scenario? Well, the mothers in the study provided some insight into this. They felt that the stress was not so much about their husbands' actions, but rather their lack of action. A significant number of mothers expressed frustration over not having enough help around the house or with the kids. In essence, they felt they were pulling double duty, taking care of the children and their husbands. Imagine juggling the needs of young children, maintaining a home, possibly working a job, and then having to cater to the needs of another fully grown adult. It's no wonder then that these mothers feel their stress levels rising. This study is a stark reminder of the pressures and expectations placed on mothers. It's a call to re-evaluate the distribution of responsibilities within a family and to recognize the importance of shared duties. After all, parenting is a partnership, and both parents should shoulder the load equally. So, it seems the stress of motherhood might be more about husbands than kids. Interesting, isn't it? But what causes this stress? Let's explore. You see, the stress that mothers often experience is multifaceted. A key factor is the feeling of not having enough support. Now, this isn't to say that partners aren't supportive, but it's about the perception of support. After all, perception is reality. When mothers feel like they're doing the lion's share of parenting, it can create a sense of imbalance, leading to tension and, you guessed it, stress. Now let's talk about the pressure of being the primary caregiver. This is a role often shouldered by mothers, and it's no walk in the park. It involves wearing many hats, being a nurse, a teacher, a chef, a chauffeur, a counselor, and so much more. There's a constant concern of doing the best for the children, which can be a massive source of stress. And then there's the marital dissatisfaction. When these stresses build up, they can create a wedge between partners. The constant pressure and feeling of being unsupported can lead to resentment, dissatisfaction, and increased conflict. It's like a snowball effect. One thing leads to another, and before you know it, the stress has infiltrated every aspect of life. It's also important to note that societal expectations and pressures play a role too. Mothers are often expected to do it all, manage the household, raise the children, and often maintain a career. This juggling act is not only daunting, but can also feel impossible at times. And when mothers can't meet these sky-high expectations, it can lead to feelings of inadequacy and stress. Well, it seems that a lack of support and the pressures of caregiving can really take a toll on mums. So, what impact does this stress have on mums and their families? Let's find out. When we talk about stress, we often think about its immediate effects, such as headaches, fatigue, and even changes in appetite. But the impact of stress goes far beyond these physical symptoms. Prolonged stress can lead to serious health problems like heart disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, and other illnesses. This is especially concerning for mums, who often put their health on the back burner to take care of their families. But the effects of stress aren't just physical. They're also emotional and psychological. Mums dealing with high levels of stress can experience mood swings, anxiety, and depression. They may struggle to focus, feel constantly on edge, or find themselves feeling overwhelmed and unable to cope. This can put a strain on their relationships, leading to increased conflict with their partners and even breakdowns in communication. And what about the children in these families? Well, they're not immune to the effects of stress either. Children are incredibly perceptive and can pick up on tension in the home. They may start to show signs of stress themselves, such as acting out, struggling at school, or even developing emotional or behavioral problems. In fact, studies have shown that children who grow up in high-stress environments are more likely to have mental health issues as adults. But it's not all doom and gloom. Understanding the impact of stress is the first step to managing it. There are strategies and resources available to help mums and their families navigate these challenges. And remember, it's okay to ask for help. We're all human, and we're not meant to handle everything on our own. It's clear that this stress is not just affecting mums, but their families as well. So what can be done to alleviate this stress? Let's discuss some strategies. Firstly, seeking support is crucial. You are not alone in this journey of parenthood. Reach out to friends, family, or even parenting communities. Sharing your experiences and concerns can not only provide emotional relief, but also practical solutions and advice. Remember, it's okay to lean on others in times of need. Secondly, the practice of self-care is non-negotiable. This isn't about indulgence, but rather about preservation. Eating well, sleeping enough, exercising regularly, and taking time for yourself to unwind and recharge are all vital. Consider them as fuel for your parenting journey, not as luxuries. Thirdly, setting boundaries is essential. This can be as simple as designating me time during the day, or as complex as defining your parenting roles and responsibilities with your partner. Remember, your needs matter, and it's okay to prioritize them. Now, let's talk about the role of husbands. A shared workload can significantly reduce the stress of motherhood. Husbands stepping up to share the childcare and household responsibilities can make a world of difference. This is not about helping out, but about co-parenting. It's about recognizing that these responsibilities are shared and must be equally divided. But what if you're a single parent or your partner is unable to share the workload for whatever reason? Well, remember the first point about seeking support? That's where it comes into play. Seek help from your support network, hire help if you can afford it, or reach out to community resources available to you. Lastly, remember that it's okay to not be perfect. Parenthood is a journey filled with ups and downs. Some days will be great, others will be tough. It's okay to have those tough days. It's okay to feel overwhelmed. It's okay to ask for help. You are doing your best, and that's what matters. With the right strategies, it seems that this stress can be managed. Before we wrap up, here are some fun facts and answers to common questions about this topic. Did you know that stress can actually be contagious within a family? Yes, it's true. When one person is stressed, it can affect everyone else in the household. It's like a ripple effect in a pond. Now, on to some questions. You might wonder, why do mums stress more than dads? Well, societal expectations often place the burden of household and child-rearing responsibilities on mums, leading to higher levels of stress. Another common question is, how can stress impact a child's development? Chronic stress in parents can lead to an emotionally unstable environment, which can adversely affect a child's cognitive and emotional development. And that's a wrap! Remember, stress is a part of life, but it doesn't have to control it. Until next time, stay curious and keep learning.